I wanted something that was readily available to everyone. The original recipe I had said was blueberry ice cream, but we know the cost of blueberries here. So I was thinking and praying, and I said, the thought came to me, try pumpkin. And we know it may be a little difficult for children to get children to eat pumpkin. But once you hear the word ice cream, they don't even remember what came before. So I tried it, and it wasn't too bad. I thought you would decide. So I have a recipe here, and the recipe, you can tweet it. The samples you will get are not like sweet, sugary sweet. When you soak the dates overnight, you will get less sweetness. If you use the dates straight, it will be a little sweeter. Okay? I also use olive oil. At home I use the coconut oil, but what I found was that the coconut and the coconut oil just mask out all the flavors there. So I said I would use the olive oil. The pumpkin. I cook the pumpkin with a little cinnamon and a tick of salt, thick, so that rather than, you know when you cook in food, you usually put an onion and so on, you don't want that for ice cream. Use cinnamon. So the recipe I'm giving you is, you can say, a bit approximate, because with pumpkin, you can get a lot of liquid, but depending on the kind of pumpkin you have. I chose the cheapest, which would be those big pumpkins that when you're cooking it, you don't even need to put water in it. Okay? So I'm going to use 2 cups of cooked pumpkin. And you can decide whether you will want to leave on the skin or not. But for this evening session, I decided I will kind of peel off most of the skin. So I'm going to put in 2 cups of cooked pumpkin. And depending on the liquid that might go in, you will use either more or less of the liquid milk. So 2 cups of this. And by the way, it will not be ice cream when I'm finished with it. It has to freeze. So what I will do with what I'm making here is still let you, those of you who would want to dare, to taste it in little cups. But I have some ice cream samples already frozen here. So I put in the pumpkin. Then we are going to put in the LaSoy powder. I have 2 cups of this, half cup of LaSoy powder, half cup. This will be the half cup. And I'm using LaSoy because I want everything plant-based. Those of you who use animal, whatever, can use the Lasco if you like, or any other kind of powder. So I'm using that there.
That cup is full.
Right? So, oh, and by the way, she says it's not full. When you taste it and it needs a little more creamy texture or milky texture, you just add. Right, good. So you put in the LaSoy powder, 1 cup of milk, and I'm using oat milk, but of course you can use any milk you like, including, well, if you use animal milk, that is up to you. But you can use almond, soy, whatever, 1 cup. I mean, there's no problem in using the same cup I measure the pumpkin in. They're all going to English. Except that the milk isn't open. Right. So 1 cup of milk. Oops.
Nervous?
Must be because you did. Now I found that when I use pumpkin and not the blueberry, you use less liquid with your pumpkin. Blueberries, you will need a little bit more. And you will notice that I'm going to put in the dates last because these were soaked, so I want them nearest to the blade.
Yes.
Okay? So, I'm going to put in 3/4 cup dates. Same spoon. Sorry for those who have to use. When you're at home, you can always, 3/4 cup. And remember, when you're freezing things, the sweetness goes with the freezing. Y'all know that, right? It may taste one way with liquid, but after it's frozen, it will be less sweet. So you can decide how you want to deal with that. And now the oil, I'm going to put
1/4 cup.
Okay. Now for those of you who are scared of oil, you can put in less, but I have half up here in my recipe. And the oil is up there cooked, so it should not be that harmful to you. Okay? Pardon? Well, the oil is what makes it creamy. Okay? If you don't put oil, it will probably freeze in a flaky kind of texture. The oil is what makes it creamy. Okay, so put that in. And I say, all you do now is blend. Everything comes right there, please. That's you.
Again, it's not that they've gone.
See that lovely color? You can probably stop it and shake it a bit, make sure everything is being. And that's it. Forgive me. It's not allowing. And you can already see the creamy look. Okay? The creamy look. There. As I said, this is what you put in the freezer to freeze. But you can always taste this here. More cups around. Don't worry. This bag has everything. I have cups. You have cups?